Here we are. I am sick of people, X-bots specifically, trying to invalidate arguments just because people haven't experienced something. So you know what? For the people who are still critical of it, not because it's definitively a bad game per se, the reason why I say it's a bad game, just so this is like out on the table, is because it promised too much and it did not deliver. And from everything that I've seen online, this is not a fun experience. And I will say, it hasn't been too much fun playing it yet. So I'll get into what I've experienced so far. And then we'll continue going. Yeah, so let's get into it. Let me actually fucking fix that problem. Didn't fix that one before starting the stream. Fuck. Give me this. I can actually probably fix it. It was set up for remnant. Fuck. Does it show up? Okay. Thank you for just not working in general. So for some reason, it's not allowing a proper capture of it. Oh, my phone died. Shit. Well, I ain't got the chat anymore. Fuck. But yeah, I can't properly capture it with that. So that's fucked. Well, time to have to relay to do that. Transition it. So far, the problems that I've experienced, just getting out of the gate, getting out into the like opening scene, not even the first mission where you get to work yourself. Just before that, I learned that there's no FOV setting. And sure, this is technically meant to be an Xbox exclusive, but it's also released on PC. Yet there's no FOV change. I found that abysmal. Especially for a first-person game. That's a feature that's just lacking in it. Honestly, I don't know why people are not talking about that. I always make use of the FOV setting to get it just how I want. So personally, this feels too zoomed in. And not to mention the horrible quality on the actual things themselves. And I'm just using what was given to me. I have not changed them at all. Well, if I go put this shit on fucking Ultra, let's go back and see. Looks slightly clearer, but still does not look much better. You know what? I'll keep pushing on that way. What in the fuck? That straight up felt like visual glitches, but it's just the warp animation of enemies coming in. Should be a sign. That's not what I want to be pressing. Settings, controls, because I need the ship reticle sensitivity to go right fucking down. Shit's fast. And the combat in this itself, I hate this throttle mechanic. If I want to go forward, I want to push forward. Not other way around. And like this whole ship shit kind of just annoy me, honestly. I would rather just fast travel between planets at that point. The whole in space fighting feels very restrictive. And personally, this fucking combat strat, or this honestly, this ship battle is worse than No Man's Skies. And yes, No Man's Sky released with problems, but that was literally because their scope was over generated because of the Can I catch up in turning, please? Hello? Am I gonna get to actually be able to fight him, or... Hello? Can I fucking turn? Do I need to fucking reduce my... That's just even slower. Honestly, this ship combat is not fun. I'd rather just have fast travel between points rather than this. I'm not gonna lie. Sure, I'm probably not good at it, but fucking Christ, this feels unfun as shit. I feel like I'm stationary the entire time and not actually moving. That's not even mentioning the fucking absolute beating I'm taking. Because I can't fight back for most of the time. Because they're outside the fucking screen. Honestly, the voice acting and most of the dialogue are just boring to me. Mainly because I didn't come because I was interested in the story. I came because the Xbox refused to acknowledge your criticism just because you haven't actually fully experienced it yourself. They didn't care if you'd actually legitimately seen everything. Hell, watch streams, etc. of it. Okay. Honestly, the inventories, the entire UI for this game, I hate it. It feels unpolished, not properly made, and it feels heavily unfun. Pretty much all of it feels like this is why, like, I'm already just wanting to turn it off and stop playing. Yeah, sure, it's not particularly a game for me, but the problem is, what the fuck? Just travel to Crete. What the fuck is a Crete? Okay, so it's this planet. Okay, cool. Could have just taken me there directly instead of having to filter myself through all this shit. Okay. Were you just not gonna take me to the planet? Even though that's literally what I wanted to do. So it literally made me repeat going into my inventory to land after arriving at a planet. What? Okay, that's just a horrible decision. Oh god. If this was No Man's Sky, I would have literally just fucking landed on the planet myself and been done with it. Oh yeah, this gun literally looks like a fucking sidearm from Destiny 2. And those sidearms are not known for looking good or threatening at all. And honestly, the graphics are not as good as people say it is. Whether I'm on Ultra or not. Here, I'll fucking go back to Ultra again. Ultra. Everything is on the highest setting. Sure, my FPS is low here, but that's because my PC ain't a fucking NASA supercomputer. So, the frame rate isn't a problem, because that comes from just my PC being a bit bad. It's not particularly bad, but it's not the best one. But, like, this still looks like shit. Sure, we are on a pretty shitty planet, but still. Most of the colors on screen currently are white. And ignore my hand. Can I fucking unequip this? Nope. That's a melee. What the fuck is this? Fuck off. How do you even toggle that? Fuck off with photo mode. Why do people have buttons for that? There we go, reload. I'm not gonna lie. The movement literally feels like I'm playing Fallout. And keep in mind, hold up. Keep in mind, real quick. Real quick. Fallout 4, I've played for over 12 hours. Fallout 76, I haven't gotten too much into Fallout 76 yet. Mainly because I bought it because it was on sale. I bought Metal Gear Solid 5 as well, which I haven't actually gotten too much into yet, either. I haven't actually gotten past the opening. That's a long opening, and I couldn't be arsed when I actually got in to do it, to finish it. Because I wanted to go and do other shit. And ever since, I have kind of just not come back to it. But Fallout 76, I have put 4 hours into so far. So yeah, I know how the movement is when it comes to PC. And this feels pretty much exactly the same. By me just being able to do this alone. It feels like I'm just playing Fallout with slightly more smoothed out movement. That's it. I need to turn the fucking settings down now, because it is actually annoying. But it's like, this alone, looking like shit, when this is one of the ones that are meant to be looking a lot better, considering it's a barren moon. Meaning the graphics are supposed to be better. Because it has less to load, shit like that. Yet it still looks like a horrid D2 map. Actually, no, not even D2. D1! Crazy. Also, I have no idea where the fuck I'm supposed to be going. Like, the game doesn't tell me anything at all. Okay, so that way, I guess. Question mark? Can I... I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do. The fact that I had to press the fucking escape button 4 or 5 times just then to get back out of the menu is also stupid. Oh. More. Oh, fuck. Time to pause time. To use a gutter. It's not gonna be too good damage, but fuck it. Did you just fucking throw them? Did you throw them? The other annoyance that I came across is if you try to kill random ass civilians, they don't give a fuck, to say the least. Sure, they'll react to your bullets and shit, but first of all, they won't die. They don't take permanent injuries. Hell, Fallout 4 let you kill pretty much anyone. The only people that it would refuse you to kill is like children. And it's like, kind of fair. I'm not gonna lie. Kind of look bad if you let people kill kids, wouldn't it? However, this game doesn't let you kill grown adults. Okay. What was I supposed to do exactly? Other than bring up info I already know. Okay. That was heavily delayed from me pressing E. If it was even related to that. It feels unfinished to be playing it. This is on the release, by the way. Because I did not pre-order this. And nor did I spend as much money. Honestly, I just bought the fucking Xbox PC Game Pass. Because, well, I can actually get a couple of the games that I want to kind of just play on the meantime, on the side. So it was just a somewhat nice investment for me. It's not like I'm going to be permanently playing those games anyway, or at all going back to them. If so, I just buy them on Steam. Hell, I don't even know if there's anything good on there at the moment. And I mainly just got it for proving these fucking X-bots wrong. Cool. My health is low. It's barely under half, my guy. At this point, I feel like using my hands would be not better. Okay. Oi! Bitch, fuck off. Bonk. Bonk. Honestly though, the whole controversy between gender shit, I don't particularly care about. I would like it if they were, like, conjoined with the body type or whatever. Mainly because of the fact that, well, a she is meant to have that kind of a body. Meanwhile, a he is expected to have a dick. Shit like that. Not the other way around. Shit like that. The they them kind of shit. It's not a gripe with this game per se, because a lot of games do that. And honestly, it's a more society issue thing. Okay. Cool. But it's like, it's just not a problem that's specific to this game. So the people using that as a hate campaign against it, I don't particularly sympathize. However, for people saying that like politics should be out of video games kind of shit, yes, they should be out of every piece of entertainment. Should be out of movies. They should be out of fucking series. They should be out of anime, etc. Why are you in the toilet? Oh, can I equip that? Pirate. I am a pirate. Fuck you. I'm not gonna lie though. So far what I've been seeing is shit. I think this one's better. Do I have... Ooh, I have rescue axe. Melee weapon. I don't need no ammo now, motherfucker. But I'm not gonna lie, the HUD on this map, I'm not a fan of it. It is quite complicated. Well, maybe not the health bar, weapon bar, shit like that. But the fucking shit in the bottom left. Alright. Cool. Is that a Bosco, are you good? Time to bring out gun. Do I have ammo, though, is the question. I do not. No, I do not. Is the answer to that. Well, laser beam. Laser beam. I don't know what a Grendel is, but I've been getting them from these guys. What is a Grendel? Please tell me. Because I don't know. A Grendel. Oh, it was a gun. I have not been getting Grendels then. That was my first Grendel. And why does it do 3 damage? That is worse than my laser beam! What the fuck? That is worse than my goddamn laser beam. Look at this. And this is all for no ammo costs. Because it regens. So, get fucked. Fuck all you Grendels lovers. Well, the gun anyway, not the Warframe. Wow, I'm leveled up. Leveled up by doing this. Okay. I am definitely pissing off Starfield lovers, by the way. There's no way a Starfield lover is gonna watch the stream or video or whenever the fuck they watch it and be like, yeah, this dude's representing the game well. Like, how can I see what the quote-unquote difficulty is set at? Normal. I can make it easier. I'm standing around fucking laser beaming with a starter weapon. It's meant for mining. I'm killing people with it. I'm not mailing them to death. I'm lasering them to death. What the fuck? Laser. What the fuck is this game? Oh no, I'll pay for that. Oh no, whatever will I do? Laser you to death. Bye. I got a maelstrom. Is that another gun? It is. deals 4 damage. Do I even have the ammo for it? I do. Now let's see how it performs. If it performs like shit. If it performs worse... Oh, hi. Was that supposed to be a threat? What on the fuck is this? What? Okay, what? That don't make sense. That don't make sense. How am I meant to do that? How the fuck am I meant to do this? This is meant to be a novice, by the way. Oh, so I have to actually... Well, it still doesn't help. Like, at all. What on earth is this game? So confused. Oh god, what is this, man? That's straight up impossible. This is supposed to be a novice, by the way. What the fuck? Oh, this fucking system is shit. This system is horrible. Oh my god, there's even more! Hey, I fucking made it in finally! Jesus Christ! After how many fucking... What the fuck was that? Excuse me? Are you... good? Well, that's my immersion gone. Cool. It's not like I needed immersion anyway. Apparently. It's not like you need immersion in an RPG game, but okay. Totally. Oh, look at that, it's an exotic Ingram. Honestly, I don't know if you guys can even see that because it's so fucking dark. How to toggle a flashlight? Is there no flashlight? Do not tell me that there's no flashlight. You've got to be joking, right? I'm just pressing random buttons at this point. I don't know how I got into that menu, but okay. Time to check the controls. Wait, can I not check the fucking buttons? Can I not? Can I really not? Oh my god. I don't. Oh. I am disappointed. If anyone's thinking of trying this game out by buying it on Steam, just don't. Spare yourself the... You still can't see it.
You gotta be kidding me. The Frontier
Cool.
has a new captain? You working with Barrett, or did you
And yes, I know that's the Drifter. Just because they managed to get their hand on a decent voice actor doesn't make the game good.
Oh, this'll be fun.
Oh, the voice. Not voice. Oh my god. Honestly, the look controls and shit feels fucked. To try to use. The fucking weapon sway as well is not entertaining. I do not remember playing Fallout 4 and having it be this aggressive. And this gun feels even worse than my goddamn laser beam. Okay, what? Why do I have to play this like I'm playing fucking CSGO? Okay, what the fuck? Oh, so why is it 0 the heal button? Why not fucking H? Or something like that. And I can't rebind this fucking shit. This scope sway is worse than snipers in COD! Also, how the fuck am I meant to snipe over there? I'm being shot at from my fucking orbit compared to my fucking weapon's range. You gonna peek? Thank you. Oh, cool. I had to reload. Time for half an hour until I peek. Only to have my gun fucking miss because the iron sights are dog shit. Wow. That did a lot. Why are you over there shooting at me? Also, I'm pretty sure that's not the Drifter's voice actor saying that. So not only Do they only use his dialogue for a specific dialogue? But once they actually got out into combat, it completely changes. According to what I'm hearing, anyway. That does not sound like him. That does not sound like him. Yeah, that does not sound like him. That does not sound like him anymore. What the fuck? What the fuck, man? It's like, I wouldn't care if people didn't overhype this game so bad. If it was just, oh, another Xbox exclusive gotten published by Bethesda, released, because they released exclusively on Xbox and similar services. Because, well, they were acquired by Xbox, blah, 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 shit like that. I wouldn't have given less shits. It's the whole overhyping from the Xbox and shit like that. There's fall damage on a planet with low gravity. Cool. This pistol does less fucking damage than my laser beam does. My laser beam is much more accurate as well. Where did you come from? Fuck off. Why is punching people more effective than shooting them? What the fuck? I'm so... honestly. I will not touch this game at all after this stream. And this stream is not gonna be long. Trust me. It is not gonna be much longer. Do I have to replay this? Nah.
You gotta be kidding.
Bruh. Bro.
Oh, this'll be.
Yeah, that does not like sound like Todd anymore. Is it only me that realizes that? Maybe some of the grunts are his, but the main lines of in combat is not him. Also, why the fuck is nothing healing me anymore? Though honestly, the weapons feel like shit. They feel weak, and they feel fucking encumbering to use, to the point where just running at an enemy, spamming V for your melee, feels like a better option. Yeah, that's not him anymore. That is not him anymore. That is not him anymore. What the fuck? That is fucked. Time to try to fucking snipe an enemy that's running across a field with a goddamn shitty iron sights. Hello? Does it actually think I'm hitting the railing? What is this weapon soy, man? I'm not gonna lie. If this was just treated as another Fallout releasing or whatever, I wouldn't have cared too much. But as a fact that people were acting like it was the next best, like, platform exclusive game, like Halo became, etc. Like it was gonna become the next best big franchise. That is the problem. But honestly, it just ain't. Honestly, I'm gonna stop playing because I'm gonna get bored of this real fucking fast. I Shut the fuck up, Vasco. I don't care. I'm done. I'm done already. I'm done. No, I don't want to. Fucking Christ, man. Sure, Fallout 76, I would argue, is more fun. The weapons there don't feel as clunky. And, well, it's a Fallout game. Personally, I think it was the last good RPG that they made. I don't particularly know Hi-Fi Rush, so I'm not going to say anything about it, and I'm just going to exclude it from the conversation entirely. Because of the fact that I have no experience with it, I don't know jack shit about it. So I just don't want to talk about it. But to everyone acting like Starfield's going to be the next game of the year, fuck off. And if you're trying to guess like which game is better by just the amount of sales and ratings the critics give, especially the critics, because, well, they usually have dog shit taste or they're biased. Hell, obviously in fucking game ranks have a bit of problems here and there. I'm not saying that they're shit reviewers, but they've all probably got problems. We're all fucking human. But with the fact that Xbox hyped this game up so hard, the quote-unquote ponies, or the PlayStation fanboys, who many would probably classify me as one, even though I'm gaming on PC mostly. The reason why they would classify me is because I've gotten the Spider-Man 2 limited edition PlayStation 5. But the difference is I play Warframe at the moment on PS4. Mainly because, well, cross-save doesn't exist yet. It is on the way, but it's not existing yet. So, and since I started on PlayStation, my save's on PlayStation. So I'm stuck on one for that. And, well, it's one of the main things that I know compared to Xbox. I've never really played much Xbox. The time that I played Xbox the most, without having literally been like pulled into it by others, has been when I was a child playing Minecraft on the Xbox 360. Getting the red ring of fucking death and finding my way through that. The Xbox days like that aren't over. I'm not regretting my purchase of the limited edition PS5 because, well, I have got the game, so I'll be able to So I'm going to be streaming Spider-Man 2 whenever that comes out. The 20th of October. And, well, I'm probably not gonna... Actually, yeah, I can. I should be able to. And shit like that. And if you don't believe that I have it, give me a quick second. Never mind, my phone is dead, so I can't do that. Fuck. I don't have a camera on my PC, so I can't show it off, but... yeah, I do have it. And honestly, I don't regret the purchase. Because, honestly, it's a nice set piece. The controller looks amazing. Hell, just the box itself looks amazing. And I've been waiting here for quite a while now. And the boosted performance of the PS5 is known. My only gripe with it is the adaptive triggers. I personally am not too much of a fan. I don't know if I'm just not as used to it, have the settings wrong, or just don't like them, personally. For, like, automatic weapons so far that I've felt, it feels nice, but for, like, single shot, like, pistols or some shit like that, it feels horrible and uncomfortable. But that may be just me. I would get why people would want resistance. The only thing is, like, I push my trigger in halfway, and then I start getting resistance, and I think I'm pretty much pulling the trigger, and nothing is happening. So and then I realize I have to push even further. But it's like when you do that with an automatic weapon, it like pushes back with its recoil, which makes it feel much more amazing. But well, for pistols, it doesn't really have that, so it's kind of not redeeming enough for a pistol. Anyway, the hell, a sniper rifle might as well have the same thing. But I'm pretty sure they have settings to counter that. I'm not too used to the PS5 yet. I have had it for about a couple days at most. And I have not been playing constantly on the PS5, so... So there is room for me to grow on it. I might grow to love the adaptive triggers, but at the moment, I'm not too big of a fan. But I do love everything else about it, though. However, I don't think Xbox has particularly innovated since... Yeah. Since at all, to be honest. Pretty sure their controllers have remained pretty much exactly the same. As I'm sure PlayStation has remained quite a lot alike as well. But the main... like feel of the controller, a lot of the aesthetics of the controller, and shit like that has changed. It's like much more rounded now and shit like that. Or whatever you want to call it. It's a lot more refined and polished, this PS5 controller, compared to the PS4 version. But Xbox has been pretty much the same since 360, pretty much. Hold on, let me double check my facts, actually. Xbox 360 controller. Okay. So there's been one slight change, and that's that the Xbox, like, that there's no curve in the top middle of the controller anymore. That's about it. There's pretty much no change outside of that. Well, except for like the battery pack being gone. That's honest. Well, actually, no. The battery pack is still kind of there. It's just moved around a little bit, I'm pretty sure. If I remember correctly. Even though I kind of would rather have the old Xbox 360 ones, personally. It's just not too much innovation. Meanwhile, over here they have adaptive triggers. They have newer shapes, sizes, and feels of their controllers pretty much every time they come out with a new one. And by that I don't mean like every aesthetic has its different feel or whatever, because obviously that's wrong. But like every generation of the console has its own different one. Like PS3 didn't have a touch shit thing, whatever. It was a little bit more rougher around the edges than the PS4 version. The PS4 version had a touchpad, a little bit more smoothed out surface. Now we have the PS5 with adaptive triggers, a much more smoother controller, and hell, probably even a lot more shit that I haven't actually interacted with myself. Oh, and the LED lights are like around the touchpad itself now, and can glow various different colors at the same time. So yeah, there's a lot of changes made to the controllers for PS4 or PlayStation. However, Xbox just don't have too much. And honestly, their console has also been lacking. Not to mention, their designs for the Xbox have gone downhill. They're always boxes, or they're just straight up just rectangles. Meanwhile, the PS5 literally looks like something out of the future. It's sleek. It's pretty much every version of it you look at, it'll look futuristic. And like it is the future. Meanwhile, over there you got the refrigerator. Like, what? And it's like, sure, Xbox or PC cases don't have too much shit like improvement. What the fuck? Why is my phone turning on? I thought my phone was dead. The fuck? Okay, that's weird as shit. For it to just out of the blue do? It's fine, I guess. I'll put it on the charger because it's literally on 1%. Throw that over there for now. But it's like, there's all of these different factors. Oh, the PS5 does collect dust a bit though. Holy shit. But pretty much everything does collect dust, so it's fair enough, I guess. But yeah, I honestly, personally, everybody, don't get Starfield unless you're like heavily into games like Fallout, Skyrim. and you do not mind having half-baked systems, if you're not going there for the space aspect of it, you might enjoy it. But if you're going there specifically because it's like space, shit like that, and you think going and exploring shit like that would be good, don't. Just don't. Get No Man's Sky. It's going to be a ton more fun for you. Starfield is not a space game. Surprisingly. Despite its marketing saying so. And so much more. You were better off getting No Man's Sky. 100%. So just get No Man's Sky, honestly. Well, it's been my stream. Stream of 48 or 58 minutes. If a game can't hook you within the first hour of gameplay, there's a problem. Because otherwise, why the fuck would you continue playing? And that's not even mentioning that the first thing you open up to, your first ever mission, your first ever experience moving, is a follow mission. The worst kind of fucking missions. Where the fucking AI is slower than your fucking run speed and doesn't speed up, etc. But is like slightly faster or something like that, or even hell, even slower than your base walking speed. Like, holy shit! Instantly thrown into filler content. Instantly. And it's like, for somebody who needs to have the game catch them on like a gameplay thing being good, rather than just, oh, here's a world that you're a part of. Now, be a part of it. If the world building isn't good, which, well, based on the fact that I learned pretty much nothing through the first hour of gameplay. Pretty much hour. Yet, I'm expected to keep going. And I'm only mentioning that the game is kind of shit at trying to give you directions. And its various systems are confusing as fuck. And not explained properly. There's so many points. It just feels undercooked to a large degree. I don't recommend it. I would say maybe a 5 out of 10. Out of my personal opinion. Mainly because of the fact that I myself enjoy a lot more action-y games. I like myself some action. And sure, there was some action, but that action felt, well, underwhelming, difficult. Not because the actual game is just difficult, and I was playing on a difficult game or whatever, or it's challenging. It felt difficult because the systems themselves are shit. Like, why in the fuck does a normal weapon have weapon sway? And sure, if I go into VR and try to shoot something, my arms ain't gonna be fucking super straight like I'm playing a fucking COD campaign. But I'm not aiming for realism We're bouncing across star systems and shit. The realism is already not there. We can't do that already. Sure, it could be futuristic, blah 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 blah, but we don't know how that looks like. So, why the fuck? And not to mention that when the ship lands in a tutorial, before you get your first gun, I straight up walked up and stood underneath a firing thruster, not dying. My guy fucking Destiny does better. And people are saying that fucking Destiny shit and is a low standard? My guy, what? If I go and stand under something that's coming from outer space and landing, I'ma die! However, in that game, I could stand under a fucking rocket thruster about to take off from a launch pad and not give a rat's ass. Yet if somebody runs up to me and tries to bonk me, I fucking die. Even though I'm wearing nutty armor. Honestly, Bethesda has fallen off. And this game, in order to have made it actually good, should have been delayed, and its scope should have been massively changed. Personally, I think it should have been only planets, nothing in space at all. Sure, you may have been like choosing from a list where to land of like what you've currently discovered through your campaign progress. And shit like that. Instead of what we actually got. What we actually got was a confusing clusterfuck. And that's coming from somebody who semi-understands the fucking No Man's Sky galaxy network thing. The galaxy map. That shit is complicated as fuck as well. But that's just galaxies. Not just individual planets and orbits and all that shit. They reduced their scope when they realized it wouldn't be feasible. And would just cause problems. But it's like, it doesn't particularly advertise itself as an RPG first. It advertises itself as a space scheme first. So when you yourself can't take off from a planet and land on one without a loading screen or selecting a landing map or whatever from a map, that's a problem. Because when you advertise yourselves to the space game kind of people, like they did, they're expecting No Man's Sky kind of levels of free roam, open world shit. And not something like Destiny, for example. God damn it. But if they advertise themselves on RPG first, cut that entire space combat out entirely. Because to be honest, it kind of just doesn't feel like it has much importance at all. I'd rather just not have it. And reduce their scope to a limitable level. Then worked on getting rid of as many loading screens as possible. Because, well, nobody likes loading screens in fucking 2023. Then worked on refining their UI systems to as good as possible. Personally, I wouldn't want them to regress to Skyrim standards. then again, maybe for them. Personally, I would like the cyberpunk kind of inventory menus kind of stuff to be there because it's a little bit simpler to understand, especially compared to what they have. But Bethesda probably could pull off a Skyrim-like one much better than they could anything else, honestly. The thing is, Bethesda isn't good at trying new shit. Hell, they aren't even good at repeating what they've already done. And innovating on it. They're just not good at it. And honestly, the people praising this game as what it's not supposed to be cringe me out, and they need to stop. Because they're clearly just Bethesda dick gobblers. Nothing else. And I do not give a fuck what Todd Howard cares about you or not. Or how you feel towards Todd Howard. Because I can tell you one thing. He doesn't even know who you are, and he doesn't give a flat fuck who you are. I can tell you one thing, though. He would like your wallet. And like everything that's in your bank account. He wants everything. I can tell you that. You gonna pay for his second yacht? And the people complaining about fucking the price increase of PlayStation Plus, trying to use that as a point to counter PlayStation fanboys. Honestly, first of all, I don't actually have it bought. I might end up buying it at some point, mainly to get more games onto my PS5, but that's a different point. But it's like it's only there mainly if you're gonna be playing on your PlayStation a lot. You don't need it to play on your PlayStation. Hell, many fucking free-to-play games don't even care if you have PlayStation Plus to play online. Warframe don't. Destiny, I'm pretty sure, don't. Haven't tried recently, but still. I don't particularly remember many others, but still. And it's like people are arguing that, oh, Game Pass is the best, blah, 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 blah. Well, PlayStation has their own. And actually, I have used it before. And I found a great game that I'm actually wanting to play. Again, the only thing is I don't think it's on PC at all. And it's mainly because they made a pretty great mechanic of where you affect your gravity, blah blah blah. It's called Gravity Rush. If I remember correctly, anyway. But yeah, you affect your own gravity and shit like that, and you do shit with it. It's like, yeah. I would love to play that again because I never got to finish it. But yeah, I don't play too much on my PlayStation. I don't play too much on PlayStation anymore because of the fact that I moved to PC. I'm a PC gamer, not a PlayStation fanboy or Xbox fanboy or whatever. I am literally a part of the quote-unquote master race, as it's called. Because it's not limited down by console shit. Sure, it's complicated and expensive and shit like that to get into. Well, if you want to make it slightly more expensive, it can not even be complicated to get into, which is expensive. But it comes with a whole massive benefit of being able to mod your solo games and shit like that. Like, for example, fucking Skyrim has over 50,000 mods. It's definitely much higher now. But still. Starfield's probably going to get a lot of this as well because, well, modders have to fix this fucking game. So, there's definitely going to be a lot of mods that decide to, yeah, we're going to fix this. But I can tell you one thing. Starfield isn't even a 7 out of 10 in my book. 5 out of 10 at best. It's okay for what it's meant to be, but it's not good for what it was marketed and hyped up to be. It doesn't meet its expectations. It is semi-okay for what it's meant to be, and for what its actual gameplay is targeted towards. However, compared to what it was hyped up to be by Xbox, Bethesda, hell, even fucking Xbox themselves, it just doesn't meet it. So, honestly, 5 out of 10 at best. And that's the problem. People hyped it up too hard. That's why it failed. As big as it did. If nobody had hyped it up, it wouldn't have affected the game as much as it has. Many people are disappointed because they were promised and told that it would be so great, shit like that. And then it turns out it's not even close. Along with a lot of other issues. Like, hell, I even had the fucking Vasco bot fucking glitch the fuck out earlier, ruining my immersion. Just as I was starting to get into the immersion as well. And yes, for an RPG game, immersion is necessary. Otherwise, well, there's no roleplay anymore. It's just a PG. Actually, no, it's not even PG, it's game. It's G. It's not a role-playing game, it's a game. So, yeah. Moral of the story, don't buy Starfield unless you're heavily into RPGs and you want another one. If you want good RPGs, look back to Bethesda's previous games, if not just something else entirely. But Starfield, it is not it. If you're looking for a good space game, go for No Man's Sky, hell, even Star Citizen. If you want more realism. No Man's Sky is a lot more cartoonish, artistically taken, less realistic, quote unquote, and is a lot more simplified and shit like that, mainly because it's not targeting the highly realistic crowd. It's just targeting your average guy to get into space games. But if you want this like more realistic, more immersive with reality, shit like that kind of experience, go for Star Citizen. It is gonna be a hefty toll to get into, mainly because not only do you need the game itself, which can be pricey depending, but you also need a beefy computer to be able to handle it properly. And you also need the mindset that it's not a finished game. And won't be for an extremely long time still, most likely. It is, as far as I know, it's not optimized enough. And it is a game that is quite struggling to keep up with its expectations as well. But it is worth to give it a shot if you want to try. Hell, I've seen some pretty cool shit and I wanted to try it myself. But I've just not gone around to it, honestly. And I'm also not sure if my PC would be able to handle it. But Starfield's not it unless you